And Zelensky links Ukraine polls to war. Ukrainian president says elections only if war ends. Donald Trump quips, says no election is good for Zelensky. Martial law in Ukraine, polls suspended. Is Zelensky using power to stay on in power is the question that is being asked. So Zelensky has said that Ukraine polls can only be held if the circumstances are safe, and Ukrainian president has said that elections will only be held if war ends, to which Donald Trump said that no election is good for Zelensky. Remember, martial law is in place in Ukraine and the polls have been suspended. Zelensky's term has already ended in October 2024.
Are you open to holding an election in your country?
Yes, of course. We are open for election, yes. We have to do safety circumstances, and a little bit we need to work in the parliament, because during the war you can't have elections, but we can do security. We need, maybe, how to say, we need a truth, yes, everywhere, in the battlefield, in the sky, in the sea, yeah, to make possible for people to do democratic, open, legal elections.
So you say during the war you can't have elections. So let me just say 3.5 years from now, so you mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody, no more elections? Oh, that's good. I wonder what the fake
You like this idea?
Yeah.
Today, Global's Pranay Upadhyay is now joining us. Pranay, Zelensky said that elections can only be held under safe circumstances, and elections have not been held because of the war. So does that mean that Zelensky is using the war to stay on in power? All right, we'll try to re-establish that connection with Pranay, but Michael Kugelman continues to stay with us. Michael, your view on this? Zelensky saying that because of the war, the elections were not held in Ukraine because safe circumstances are required to hold elections. Do you think Zelensky is using war to stay on in power?
Well, I mean, let's remember that before the war began, Zelensky was not terribly popular. I do think that his popularity has increased with the war, but it's really hard to say. It's hard to say. I mean, I don't necessarily think that what he said today should be taken at face value. Understandably so, for Zelensky and his government. I mean, the ultimate goal is getting the war to end, and the elections would presumably play second fiddle to that.